Welcome to a TMC video interview. On our show today is Paula Griffo, and she is the Managing Director of VoIP Supply. How are you, Paula?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Things are good. Things are good. And you're calling in or chatting in from upstate New York, right?
I am, with snow on the ground.
And here I am. I'm in Connecticut, so where the East Coast is definitely representing on this interview. We're thrilled to have you, and your company is part of Sangoma. But before we get into the details of like the different companies and how they work together, why don't you tell us a little bit about VoIP Supply for those people who may not be aware of your organization?
Sure. So VoIP Supply was founded in 2002. We were one of the first companies that were on the internet selling VoIP equipment. We still sell VoIP equipment, anything related to VoIP, service, headsets, PBXs, you name it, anything like that. So we've been around since then. We have expanded our services, I'd say, in the last 5 years to include fulfillment. We have a fulfillment program and a refresh program where we take used product, clean it up, refurbish it, and resell it. So that's basically what we focus on here at VoIP Supply. That's
great. And you guys have probably been instrumental throughout this work from home craze in COVID, right? I imagine you guys were selling a lot of new product to people in their homes so they could work.
Yes, a lot of headsets and webcams. That was definitely the go-to products for the first probably 6 months of it. Yeah,
and you couldn't get a webcam. There was a time I remember I actually drove into my office on a weekend because I couldn't, obviously I'm working from home and I couldn't get a hold of a webcam. I could not order one. They just didn't even exist, I think, or maybe it was a multi-week wait or a month wait. And I said, oh, I just have one in the office. So I drove and I got it. And that's pretty amazing to be sold out. But now I guess we're semi back to normal. You guys are still cranking along, and I'm sure you're still producing or selling a lot of product. And you're part of this bigger organization, Sangoma, that does so many things. I'm just curious, like how do customers work across both of those entities, or how does that benefit customers, or are they just separate and they just take advantage of each company's products separately?
Yeah, we really do still run separately as companies, but Sangoma was always a brand that we carried since I've been here for 13 years. So we've always had a really good relationship with them, and we're very familiar with their products. When Sangoma purchased Digium, that I think strengthened our relationship there with that side of the business. But we do operate separately, but obviously we have good contacts at Sangoma that we can reach out to and hopefully service the customers quicker and better. But yeah, it's been a good relationship, I think, for both companies.
Great. And so for those people watching and wondering if VoIP Supply could be a good company for them to purchase from, what are some of the criteria? Would you be selling to MSPs, to traditional VARs, to enterprises? Like what is the typical customer profile?
We really don't have, to be honest, a typical customer. We have all those customers that you mentioned, and even end users that they needed a headset or a webcam during this time. So we do service everybody. We do tailor to their needs depending on what type of customer there are. We have different programs, I guess, to suit different types of customers, but we do really service any kind of customer that needs something VoIP related.
And you guys have the expertise, right? If there are questions or problems or issues, I know that's something about your company that I was always impressed with since the early days, that you had people that understood how all this stuff worked together. And you might argue things are simpler now, but I'd say in some ways they're more complicated because maybe VoIP, we're not in the early days of VoIP anymore like we were when you first started, but now you've got video and you've got firewalls and you've got cybersecurity and, oh my God, trying to figure out how to get all this stuff working in people's homes. Like, how does that expertise come into play? How are you helping customers that way?
So I think that's one of the things that makes us VoIP Supply unique is the team that we have here. So half of the sales team have been here over 15 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so they know and have been through it all and watched, how the technology has advanced and stuff. So the tenure, I think, even people out of sales, our shipping department, they've been here for 10 to 15 years. Just really a lot of the different team members in the company have been here for a while. So with that, you get, the experience and expertise, but also the manufacturers and the brands that we work with are very, very helpful. So we have a great partnership with them. So if there is an instance where we don't know the answer to a question or something, they are very responsive, are always very readily available. And that, I think, helps with the whole expertise and process, that if we don't know the answer, we will definitely find it for the customer.
That's fantastic. So what are some of the things that I might not have asked that someone may want to know that, if they're thinking about using you guys going forward to purchase, is there anything else they should know? Maybe there's some of the things you'll be carrying soon or some other differentiators, or maybe just give me information on or give us information on how they can reach you.
So I would say the one thing that I still find interesting, and I always learn it at the trade shows, where, a lot of resellers don't know all of the services that we provide, which provisioning is a big one. We do remote provisioning for all of the different brands that we carry. And we do have that fulfillment program that really is just anyone can make us an extension of their business and operations. And we do that very well, I feel. So that's one thing that I like to always bring up in these kind of things, just so people are aware that we do that part of it. We do also offer marketing for our resellers, help with that aspects with the different brands that we carry, so that they can use that kind of stuff, and we, can be, again, an extension of their business and help with their marketing to get new customers. So that's the thing that I always like to mention. As far as new brands, I don't think we're looking at any new brands at the moment. We carry almost 60 right now. And so that's, quite a few, and to keep that all up to date and everything right on the website is quite the task. So yeah, so basically the new products that come out from, the brands, we're very quick to get those out to the community. We like to do review videos and stuff like that to kind of educate the community on new products that are coming out. But yeah, the website is always a good resource.
And it's just VoIPSupply.com?
Yep, VoIPSupply.com. And then there's a lot on there, a lot of good resources. Our blog is always, we try to post a lot of helpful things on our blog, and then we have our guides that are on there that range from anything related to VoIP. Those I feel are, really useful. Yeah, so you can just go to the website, or we have chat on our website that a lot of people are really using nowadays. And then, of course, the 1-800 number that you can get right to the sales team and ask them whatever you need.
That's great. Well, thank you so much, Paula. This was a great interview. Really appreciate you being on the program.
Thank you very much.